Thanks for coming back. So I had a question posed to me. Did I feel as though I needed to be perfect? Yes. Um, I've come to realize that also stems from having a narcissistic mother, as I mentioned in a previous video. She was always critical. She was always critical of me. Um, Thinking back, again, spending time with my own daughter, who I love very much. I have a great relationship with her. Um, just being around her and talking to her and watching her in her daily life, I don't hesitate to tell her things, share things, say what I'm feeling, what I think, compliment her. I admire her greatly. She's a beautiful, strong young woman, and I hope that I tell her that enough. Um, I didn't hear positive things from my mom when I started to really think about it. She was always very critical person. I thought, oh, that's just a mom being a mom. Moms are hard on their kids. We want what's good for them. We think we're always looking out for them, and we do the best we can as parents. But looking back, yeah, she was always very critical of me. Always first to point out, if something was out of place. Oh, you didn't wear any makeup today, that sort of thing. And so I took it lightly. And again, it's that same situation where, um, you know, you ask the fish, how's the water? The fish says, what water? So I was in it for so long, I didn't realize how much damage that had caused early on at a young age, um, and how it carried over into my adult life. And then being married to a narcissist and wanting so badly to get his attention, for him to notice me. Um, I just didn't see it. I didn't get it. I always did what I could to stay fit and active. Worked out all the time. At one point, I was biking 18 miles a day on a daily basis. And you wouldn't hear him say, you look great, you're doing a good job, keep up the good work, you look fantastic, how do you do it? No, it was just whatever, okay, you're doing that, that's nice. And I was always active from the time that my kids were very, very young. And I wanted to stay fit, and it felt good. There are benefits to exercising and working out, but in my mind, primarily, I wanted him to notice me. I was always, I was not noticed. I was invisible. I was like a piece of furniture in the house, really, is how I felt there at the end. And I would tell him that I was like a fixture in the house. I wasn't anybody special. I wasn't significant. I never felt significant. And that's how they chip away at you. If they say nice things to you, if they compliment you and they build you up, it takes away from them. That's how a narcissist is. And so they feed on you by saying negative things to you and making themselves feel better. And so, here I am, I'd be feeling good about myself and I'd say, hey, look at this, I just bought this, or I fit back into this or whatever. And I'm thinking that I'm going to hear something super positive. And it was always, it was always a backhanded compliment. It was like, oh yeah, that looks really good, except for this back here, is a little snug. Never, ever 100% true sincerity. Nothing sincere, nothing from the heart. I'm finding out there isn't one. And so yeah, you work so hard for perfection. That I wanted the house perfect. I wanted meals perfect. I wanted the kids perfect. I wanted myself above all else to be perfect. Because I would think, oh, I'll just do this and he'll notice me. I'll change this and he'll notice me. I'll wear my hair like that and he'll notice me. And that never changed. As a matter of fact, it was a problem right up until the end. Just the gawking and the staring at every other woman around. I don't care where we were, what the occasion was. I could have been dressed to the nines or in a paper bag, everybody else got the attention. And that was his own little calculating way of chipping away at me, chipping away at me, chipping away at my self-esteem, chipping away at who I was. And that's what they do. And because you don't know that they're narcissists, because you don't know how they work and how they operate, you just keep trying and trying and trying, and it's to no avail. It's very damaging. It really does a number on you, mentally, emotionally. That's why this is so serious. That's why this is such a serious thing that needs to be talked about, recognized, brought to light, because people don't understand the damage that it does. I'm a fairly confident person. I take a lot of pride in who I am, and I took a lot of pride in the way I carried myself and the way I took care of my family and my husband and our home. And that was a very difficult thing to deal with. That was a very difficult aspect of this entire situation. It was a very hard thing to accept that you're giving 110%. You know you are, and it's not enough. It's simply not enough. It's taken a lot to turn that around. I'm getting there slowly but surely. It's taken a lot to change that way of thinking and to realize that I was good enough. He was the one with the problems. That all of my efforts are appreciated now more than I ever dreamed they would be. That there are people that love me and appreciate my my actions and my efforts and the things that I do. He brought out the worst in me. He just brought out the absolute worst in me. He would push me and push me and push me. I would be trying so much, and it would just culminate into this breakdown of sorts. This whole, how can you ignore this? How can you not see what I'm doing? How can you not see how hard I'm trying? What do I have to do? And then it turned into, oh, wow, look at you, you're a nut. Wow, you're so crazy. Look at how over emotional you are, and you just ask for too much, and life isn't fairy tales. Life isn't what you see in movies and what you read in books. That's not how marriage is. That's not how life is. So he convinced me for a really long time that I was asking for far too much. That I was asking for something that was just fairy tales. That I was asking for something that normal people just don't have. That's just not how it is. And I believed it. I bought that. I bought that for a really, really, really long time. And I just accepted it. I told myself, you're being over emotional, you're asking for too much. And I would start, the whole, oh, well, he's not a drinker, he doesn't gamble, he could be so much worse. And that was the cycle. That was how it went for years. It just went on like that for years. And it just takes a long time for some people like myself to realize it's a losing battle. And you just start to see those signs, those red flags just start waving all over the place one day, and you wake up and you say, no, this isn't right. This isn't how it's supposed to be. I do deserve more. I'll get into a little bit more of that in my next video. We did go to counseling, several counselors. I'll let you know how that went as well in the next video. Thanks for watching.